It's so weird that it says it's not broadcasting to YouTube. Is that true? It does this every damn day. No, it's broadcasting. There's my gaffy ass. Alright, so let me see. What the heck am I doing? I need to share to groups. That's not the right place to share to groups. Oh, kitten, why do you want love now? Now's not the time, you whore. Get up here, hurry up, because you're going to want to scratch my fucking legs and stuff. Come here. Hurry up, let's do this now. Well, I know, you're so needy. I know. Hold on. Well, I can't pet you and share to groups. I don't understand why you come round when this is happening. You don't fuck with me all day, and then it's like the minute I get busy, you want to like put your pussy all up in my face. Typical. Alright, right pose. Hold on, Sven. Just give me a minute. You're all purry. Katy Purry. Okay, copy that. Copy that, boss. I can see people are chatting, but I'm not looking at you right now because I'm trying to post in the groups. One moment. I must share out to groups. If you guys could do the same, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, Mary Clunan, how are you? Hey, Andrew. Hey, Lisa. I am broadcasting on YouTube. Thank you. Hey, Angie, how are you? Hi, Nate, how are you? Let me just get this pushed out there. Push her out! Oh, Sven, you're working my puss. Seriously. He's such a twat rocket. Like, now you want love. Like, when I'm in the middle of doing 82 things, you're like, pet me, daddy. Pet me. I love you. Oh, purring's not going to help this situation, Sven. And you're not going to sleep on my lap. I've got work to do. You like that cat food you like to eat, right? So, you know, litter ain't cheap, bitch, as they say. Alright, so, well, I'm probably not being nice enough for some people. Hey, Amanda Lynn Wright. Hey, Amanda Casada. How are you, dear? Alright, where was I? Lightworkers, live feeds. Let's share there. Such a party. And let me get... I'll be right with you guys, I swear to God. I'm so happy that you're all coming into the rooms. I'm just sharing to the groups. So give me a moment. This part is so boring, I know. Sven, don't even give me attitude. I can feel my cat giving me attitude right now from my very lap. He's like switching his tail at me because I'm not giving him what he wants right now. Because I was in here at the desk for the last hour uploading a video, and he didn't want to come in during that time. It's only when I go live. He wants to use my head as my hand as a friggin' pillow right now. I mean, I love him, but his timing is just so bad. I think what I'm gonna do is for Christmas, I'm gonna get him a watch. Because it's like, come on, homegirl. You need to get your shiz together. Alright, so... Still sharing out to groups. Tonight is charm night, guys. We're also doing something if you guys don't want to pay for a charming for $25. You can do card reads for one for $5.55. Like that, catch that, $5.55. And 3 cards for $11.11. So I can do mini reads with cards for people that don't have $25. But tonight is a night to make money for me, so that is what's going on. Just so you guys know. So there's cheaper options for some of you that feel as though you might not be able to afford a $25 charming. That's available to you. And quite frankly, that's a great price. It's like bargain basement prices, as far as I'm concerned. So if you want a little insight, and if you want it for free, you can certainly hang around, but there will be no free reads tonight. That would be on Tuesday nights. Usually I do free reads, and when I feel inspired. But tonight is a night about Daddy feeding his kitties. Daddy needs to feed his pussy. Ah! Did he just say that? Alright, 2 more groups, and then we're done. I meant my cat, people. Get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. Alright, there, we're all shared out. Hi, Angel Abels. Hi. Oh, Molly Allstott, how are you? Oh, you came back. I thought you said we were mean. Thank you for coming back, Molly. I hope we didn't say anything to offend you last night. I'm not sure what, you said something about going to your group where people are friendly or kind or something, and I don't know if you meant that we were unkind. Look at this cat. Can you guys see this? Look at this. He's like, look at him. He's grabbing my hand to force me to pet him. He's being a total jerk sauce right now. Hi, Melinda Ann McMahon. How are you? All right, guys. So tonight is Charm Night. A couple things I'm going to say really quick. I do have, I got to get in the drawer, Sven. This isn't going to work, bud. This really is not the best place for you to be right now. Tracy Swinson, I know that you made a reservation. I hope you're here in the room. Betty, please? Who's Betty, please? I don't know what you're talking about, Andrew. Haha, I was butthurt last night, stressed about work. Sorry for that. Oh, that's cool. No problem. We weren't trying to be mean, just so you know, but I just wasn't sure what you meant by the comment. I was like, was somebody mean to her, or was I coming off as mean? Because I can be a little bit, like, goofy and make jokes, and sometimes I might hurt feelings and not realize it. So I wanted to make sure that I hadn't done anything wrong. And then Andrew was telling people to back off of his winnings. So, which I thought was hilarious, because that would be something that I would do. You know, like, you're at a buffet, like, with a chicken leg in your nose. Get away! That's my food. So, Tracy Swinson bought a charming. So I have her on the list. And tonight we are... Hey, oh, Tracy is here. Awesome, Tracy. Will you let me know what you want your charming to be on? Hey, Lisa Vanderhelm. You're not... Who are you after, Andrew? Who am I after? Okay, good, Molly. Thank you. So tonight, I'll just repeat it as people are coming into the room. Tonight we're doing card reads. 1 card for $5.55 or 3 cards for $11.11. If you want little mini reads, tonight is my opportunity to make money for me so I could feed my babies. Last night was free stuff and fun stuff. Tonight is money stuff. So this is about supporting me back if you can. If you can't, then that's okay. You're certainly more than welcome to stay here, watch the readings. You know, maybe you'll get something out of somebody else's reading that's totally acceptable. You might hear a message, you know, that makes sense for your life too. And you're more than welcome to like chat and join the group and have fun. That's available to you. Couple things. Another thing I want to say to you guys. I am uploading for tomorrow, so if any Patreon subscribers are in the room, I'm sorry that the Patreon post hasn't gone early. It will go on after this charm event. I will put it up over on Patreon for tomorrow's forecast. The other thing is I filmed a twin flame pick-a-card, and I have it uploaded to my computer, but I have not uploaded it to YouTube yet because it's over an hour long. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long. There's 4 piles, but it's twin flame. It's gonna be, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube tonight after I sign off here. So I don't know how long it will take before it's actually live on YouTube or showing on YouTube. But that's going to be available to you guys for free. So you're going to have to go to YouTube to check that out. Okay? But if you like it or you enjoy it, please leave me a comment and or any questions on the video either at YouTube. Share the video out because the pick-a cards, they're fun for everybody to like pick one of their piles and hear about their relationships. And twin flames, you don't always think about twin flames, but they tend to be popular. So if you know anybody that's, I'm in my twin flame relationship, send them this video. Okay, it might, give them some insight. So, your internet is being a bunghole, Lisa. That's too bad. I'm sorry. As much as I like to talk about bungholes, I think I'm gonna just leave you on that one. Let me see here. I just want to double check PayPal before we get started. I'm updating. I'd love to do a charming, but I'm in public and have to be driving soon, so I don't want to miss it. That's okay, Molly. We do charmings like a couple times a week, so this is how I this and private readings is how I make my money. So, I already gave it to you, Tracy? Wait, what? I'm confused. Is this from a previous, oh, maybe this is from the last time. Oh, 7 days ago. Thank you for being honest, Tracy. That was sweet of you. For you being honest, I'm going to, because it does say 7 days ago, because I transferred all the money out of my PayPal the other day. So it's like from the last charming. That's the, whatever. So thank you for being honest. I will give you a free 3 card tonight for being honest. How does that sound? If you would like, because that's awesome that you didn't go like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it. I love how I get YouTube notifications from my own channel. Now live on your channel, you. So, okay, they're finally like sending me emails. I don't know when I signed up for that, but that's not going on. That's amazing. Hey, Christina Davis Buffkin, how are you? So do you have a subject that you want me to do? Oh, I should adjust cameras in case we are doing a charming. Well, let me wait, because if nobody books a charming, then I'll just sign off and go back to uploading these videos for YouTube. But, do you have a subject matter that you want me to do the reading on? Just give me like one word subject, and I'll start shuffling the cards. Ah, I shouldn't be yawning. On family? Okay. All right, Tracy, let's look at your family and see what's going on. Give me one moment. Hey, Kelly Casey, how are you doing, dear? How are you feeling? You guys, I don't know if you guys can see, Christina Davis Buffkin is asking if anyone else is freezing every couple of seconds. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, it is. It's the circle of life and death, yin and yang, and Pisces, which I am a Pisces. All right, so I'm going to flip the cameras really quick so we can look at these cards for Tracy Swinson's family stuff. So I'm going to start down here, Tracy. Let me open up the chat box too so I can see. It's also freezing up over on, it might be, well, I don't see it freezing up on my end, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's my internet? Amanda Casada saying it's freezing up on hers too, on YouTube. So we have the King of Wands. Oh, our friend the King of Wands, he's back. Let me look at this. I'm going to look at all of these really quick. We have the Two of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay. And we have the Queen of Swords. She was also up for us last night, too. Both of these cards came out last night for 2 different readings. So it's interesting to me. I'm just going to say this about family. I'm looking at, tell me if you guys see this, like, and maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I see like a husband and a wife, right? Or I see Tracy, basically, and her partner. Tracy, are you partnered? Can you give me just a yes? Don't tell me anything specific. Hey, Tammy Chirasso. And then I see this Two of Pentacles here, which is this earth energy, and it's, to me, it's around money, it's around finances. I feel like there's this kind of idea of trying to bring the two together. I feel like he feels a bit like an authority to me, and you're not being heard, is what I feel like. Hey, Marge Smith, how are you? Thank you for all of the emojis. Yes, you are. Well, here's the thing. I feel like you have really good intuition. This bird is telling me that. And this is the Queen of Swords. You have a very smart mind and a very strong intellect. You're a decisive thinker, and I feel like you're not necessarily allowed to always make the decisions, is the feeling I'm getting. That's the sort of forlorn look I'm seeing on her face. I feel like you kind of have to retreat or go in to keep maybe the peace within the family. Here, I feel like this could be that like finances and sort of financial stuff maybe are an issue within the family, but I also feel like maybe there's a daughter that needs some attention too, because I'm feeling like this might be a daughter in the midst of all of this. And then we've got this gentleman here, which I think this is your partner or your husband, and he is sort of the foundation, or feels himself to be the foundation. And part of the reason why I say this is because he's the lower card, which I just happened to place him here. But I also feel like he's a little bit impulsive. I feel like because he's representing as the King of Wands, there's an impulsivity to him. There's like he's a capable dude. He's got the ability to get in there and get things done. But I feel like he's a little bit impulsive, or he doesn't think things through as well as you do, and he maybe doesn't necessarily always hear what you're saying to him. I also want to say, with this bird here, it feels like you're very keyed in, or much more keyed into your own intuition than maybe he is to his own. Excuse me. Some spit went down the wrong pipe. So, I also want to say with these lions here, I wonder if sometimes he's a bit, kind of like I'm getting this bull in a china shop energy, like he might be a little bit brutish or temperamental, maybe fiery. Obviously that's the wands aspect of the suit, but I kind of feel like maybe he might get angry or aggressive if people don't do it his way. Does that make sense? And I don't mean like abusive, I just mean like forceful, like, no, this is the way, it's got to be this way. And I don't think that he necessarily sees all avenues, and you might maybe do. And so I feel like maybe sometimes she bows her head and just sort of lets him make the mistakes that he makes, even though he thinks he's doing the right thing. She can sort of see ahead and understand that he's not. Yet she's learned not to like necessarily rock the boat and tell him, because he's not going to listen anyways, is my feeling. And then when I look at this Two of Pentacles in the middle, she appears sort of like, to me maybe a daughter, but also this idea of these two sort of blending over money or coming together over the sort of the creation of either more money or the balance of money. I don't know if finances are an issue for you right now, Tracy, or like that you want sort of some creative opportunities in your financial sector, but like Pentacles deals with money, the material world, that sort of thing. And when I look at this girl sort of dancing with those two coins, it feels like maybe sometimes things come your way and then they sort of slip away. Like you have windfalls where things are good and then they don't necessarily stay permanent. And I think that might have to do with some of his impulsivity. And that affects maybe you. Hey, Emily Williams, how are you? Is this correct? Are you laughing at me? You're giving me the thumbs up, Tracy. I don't... Is this... Hey, Lisa Sharon, how are you? So, that's what I see. I kind of feel like the one thing I do, I mean, there's certain things that I do like about these cards. I love that you guys seem equally matched, although I feel like you are a little bit superior to him just because I place the cards tiered like this, but I feel like me choosing to place them there tells this story also in how they're placed. She is a bit above him. She thinks a little bit further. She sees a little bit further. She sees a little bit clearer. But she doesn't necessarily always express what she sees because he's not necessarily always willing to listen. He means well. He has a good heart. Like, I feel like he means well. He just maybe doesn't think it through all the time. And she, I kind of feel like she's just sort of shaking her head like, oh God, here we are again. I saw this one coming. And so I feel like, but the other thing I want to say about this is that the dancing girl in the center, this Two of Pentacles, says to me that there will be a balance that will be coming soon. And I feel like there is a joy to her that if you guys seek it, it will happen, right? Like, I feel like she might be, like, your finances may fluctuate from time to time, but there is this sort of opportunity for there to be a balancing and a joy that takes place between the two of you at some point. But I feel like you guys need to harness that energy or meet in the middle, and kind of you also need to add in your 2 cents. Boom, boom. Get it? 2 cents. You need to add in your 2 cents and speak your truth, even if he's not willing to listen. Because sooner or later, he's going to have to sort of see it. But I think that you two are very sort of equally matched. You're actually really, to me, when I'm looking at these two cards, I feel like there's a really nice balance here. Also, I have to say this. Air and fire are complementary, right? Like water and earth are. And he's a fire card and she's an air card. So there is this real nice match between these two. And when you think about how fire feeds, how fire requires air to burn and air feeds fire, right? So that it can burn. There is like this mutually sort of coexistence going on between these two, or not, I don't want to say coexistence, that sounds kind of boring, but there is this sort of, like, you guys are suited for one another, I feel like. I just feel like he needs to listen to you more. Oh, okay. Lisa Sharon is Lisa Vanderhelm. Cool. So does that make sense, Tracy? I hope that makes sense. God, that's so weird. It's showing me all of the last week's sales on my PayPal. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of annoying. He's growing up after 27 years of being together. I love it. I do feel like he has a good heart. He feels like a good man to me. He might be a little bit like, you know, he acts before he thinks kind of thing, but you also have the mind, right? Like you have the deep thought. I just feel like there's something that maybe there might be times when it would suit you better if you spoke up, even if he's not going to listen. Angie, I'm doing cards for $5.55, one card for $5.55, or 3 cards for $11.11. You can use the Engelgeist links at PayPal to PayPal out the money, and then I will do the cards for you. Or you can get a charm read for $25. Now, we saw the card for, I want to say Andrea, last night, Lisa. We also saw this card for somebody else. Both of these cards came up last night. There is not much of a list right now, Emily, so if you wanted to get in, you certainly can. Because if I don't start to get any sales, I will go back to doing, I'll go back to trying to get this video up on YouTube. Oh, actually, hold on 1 second, guys. Awesome. Okay, good. Let me put this up on Patreon really quick while I'm waiting for you. Give me 1 moment, guys. I'm just updating the Patreon page because I'm late on getting this out to my Patreon subscribers. Okay, there we go, there we go. If you guys want to support me over at Patreon, you certainly can. You get the forecast a day early, which tomorrow's forecast is now going up. There's also other material over at Patreon that's available that isn't available on the YouTube channel. Like the most recent angel reading that I put up over there. So that's available to you also. And now I'm about to start this big fat twin flame reading. Oh god, here we go. And the upload begins. So let's go back to Restream chat. Okay, sorry guys, I lost track of the chat for a minute. Okay, Angie, that's fine. Next time. Christina Davis Buffkin asks, what's my favorite crystal or mineral? Just curious. It depends. Usually, probably, like, I love celestite. I have a lot of celestite. I have a lot of amethyst around my home. And celestite is probably the second biggest one that I have around my home. I kind of like all crystals, but I would say celestite is a big player in my world. And I'm really leaning a lot towards angelite lately. I find myself attracted to it, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to take down these cards, Tracy. I hope that made sense for you. Thank you for being honest about that charming. I appreciate it. Hi, Ngua Fieldine. How are you? Excuse me. I sound like I have the consumption. Consumption, what's your function? I feel like my frames per second is not working very well. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's working very well. Because I can see the light is red down in the corner when it's usually green, and it goes from like red to yellow. Now it's green. So I'm wondering if maybe it's because I'm uploading these videos, it's the OBS system is not working very well. I don't know. You're welcome, Tracy. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Those, I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. For those of you that saw that video, because I posted it into some of the groups, that is Jessica, and she is a crystal seller or a crystal dealer. It's so weird calling her a crystal dealer. Because we don't want those in our house. Anyways, she sells crystals online on Facebook, and she runs a show every night, and I go in there and I watch her, and I bought a few things from her. But what ended up happening was she was showing those pendulums, and I have a lot of different pendulums. Some are crystal. Like I have this one, which is amethyst, and then I have this one, which is rose quartz. And as I was watching her do the pendulums, I started to come to this understanding, as she was showing them, that there's something that I can do with them. Just similar to the charm box, like the first time I saw a charming. Like the first time I saw a charming, I realized, wait a second, I understand that and I know how to do that before I knew how to do it. Does that make sense? It was like this sort of pull towards charming where I was like, I remember that. It just felt like this weird, vague memory, right? And that's when I set about making my charm kit and starting to do charmings. And I know that it's something that I did like in a past life. It just feels like, oh shit, yeah, I remember this. This thing with the pendulums, last night I was watching Jessica do the pendulums, and I started to realize that, oh shit, there's something that I remember that I can do, and I need different pendulums for it. Don't ask, because I've only ever used these pendulums to like work with yes/no questions and things like that, but this has something to do with healing work. And so I bought those two giant pieces because they are going to not only be like sort of generators in the house, but they are also going to clean these crystals, these pendulums. And these pendulums need to be hanging from a jewelry tree. They need a place of honor and specialness in my house. I know that. It's weird. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But you guys, those of you in the group will get the opportunity to experience what I'm talking about as I sort of sort it out. But I'm waiting for the pendulums to get here. But I already know sort of like the logistics of how it's going to work. And I don't know how I know it. I just realized it all last night. So while I was watching this woman sell these pendulums, I was like, oh wait, I need that one, I need that one, I need that one, I need that one, and then this is what I'm going to do with them, and it's going to be, and I want to see if it works. If I'm correct, which I feel like I am, I feel like this is something from some vague memory that I have, but I don't, it's not from this lifetime. Does that make any sense? I know I sound cuckoo, like I must sound crazy, but that's what prompted all of that crazy buying last night. Because when she showed those last two, I was like, oh shit. Those are gonna kind of not only be generators for the house, but like they're gonna probably be cleaners for the work that I'm gonna do with the pendulums, and they'll all be like when they're done being worked with, they hang in their spots on this. I see the tree that I need. I need like a jewelry tree of some sort. I might have to check Amazon for it, but these pendulums aren't supposed to. Once they're up, they're used for. I just know. It's this weird knowing. So I'm gonna go with it, and we'll see what happens. Jess is your dealer too, Marge. Good. That's awesome. She's awesome. She is awesome. So. Alright, well, I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody's interested in purchasing any readings, so I may... It keeps showing me people that bought, like, a long time ago. Like a week ago. These are old. So, is anybody interested in any readings? If not, I'm going to take the night off, because I did do a bunch of free stuff last night, and I will be back on Friday night. And I also shot this pick a card today, so it wouldn't hurt me to take the night off. I don't want to feel like I'm shaking you down for cash, but I did just buy a bunch of crystals. And you guys should tune in to Jessica's broadcasts. She's great. She's really sweet. Like, I like her energy a lot. Like, I just feel like she feels like a very genuine, nice, kind person. There doesn't seem to be any sort of ulterior motives or anything at all that I can feel from her. They're just lovely people. Andrew actually sort of turned me on to her, which is odd because Andrew's so not lovely with his whole back off. You should see Andrew like in a crystal sale. It's a mess. Get away from those! They're mine! Oh, that would be beautiful. Making a tree out of a big chunk of selenite for your bracelets, that would be really cool. And that selenite would cleanse those bracelets and recharge them. So that would be cool. But, have a good night, Jamie. Yeah, that would be really cool. I know, I don't know what kind of tree. I gotta look on Amazon and see. I was asking Jess if she could find me a tree, like, because she's going to Sedona, I guess. She's also taking those big crystals to Sedona, so I'm excited when they come back. The energy they'll bring into the house will be really interesting, to say the least. So, and I feel like they're gonna... It's just gonna be a thing, and I know where it's going. I just don't know exactly all the logistics yet. I've got to get the pieces here and then talk to them, if that makes sense. So they were already talking to me last night. That's why they're coming home. So yeah, that's it. It'll be like a healing thing, and I'll do it for, test run it on people and see what their experiences are, get their feedback. That will be the deal. Like, if you want the experience or to me to do the work for you, I'm happy to do it, and it will be free, but you'll have to give me feedback on what sort of experiences were happening, what sensations were you feeling, what, thoughts were you having, that sort of a thing. Right? Yeah. I have a lot of crystals in this room, actually, to be honest. There's a lot. I mean, I have this sitting right on my desk. This guy resides right on my desk. So, he's here. And then he's probably the one that fucks up the TV all the time. And then I have this guy. He sits right next to me. It's a rainbow obsidian. And this guy. These are just all on the desk around me. The rose quartz hearts. And this is where my pendulums get kept. They sit on this little cluster of amethyst right in front of my desk, in front of Buddha. And then I have this grapey chunk cluster of amethyst that sits by the charm box. And you guys know the two towers that sit on the either side of the wood. And then if you look, I'll flip the cameras really quick. If you look, see back there by the Angel Gabriel? That's all crystals. That's amethyst, that geode. There's amethyst, there's pyrite, there's fluorite, there's citrine, there's clear quartz. That candle burning is all clear quartz points that are in a floral pattern. And then that's a big sphere of rose quartz. There's clear quartz. There's fluorite, I said that. And then across there on that table is all crystals. There's selenite, celestite, obsidian, more rose quartz, citrine. There's even stuff over there that I don't even know what's over there. There's carnelian. There's more fluorite. There's all kinds of stuff. There's tiger's eye over there. Lots more rose quartz. Lots and lots of celestite. Just different stuff. There's even malachite over there. And lapis, that tower of lapis. So yeah. And then I have bigger pieces around the house. And I have 3 more on the bookshelf over there. I just have them everywhere. I have them in my bedrooms and in the living room. Bigger pieces, like geodes that stand on their own. Like, yeah. So they just kind of clean the energy of the house, do their thing. They just do their thing. So, anyways, yeah, so that's it. Alright guys, I think I'm going to sign off. I've been on for a little while, and it doesn't seem like anybody wants any readings, or charmings. So I will be back on Friday night. If you guys want to do it then, that's fine. And I think I'm going to take the night off, if that's alright. Go to get this, video up. Let's see if it's still uploading. Let's see here. Yeah, it's at 4% uploaded. It's gonna take forever to upload this video. Fuck. This gonna suck. Oh, plus I need to make a thumbnail for this before I release it. So yeah, actually there's work I could be doing. If you guys aren't wanting readings, there is work that I could be doing to get this twin flame thing complete so that it's ready for when it does go live on YouTube. And that might be part of the reason why this is skipping, because I've got it uploading now. Thanks, Mallory Kozakowski. Thank you very much. So, good night, Christina Davis. I responded to you, just so you know, private readings are $50 for an hour over the phone or Facebook video. Or just over Facebook, like I can call you through Facebook Messenger, and they're payable via PayPal, and it's okay if you need me to like read your daughter, because it's your daughter and you're her mother, so that's acceptable. That's not like total boo-boo no-no, and she's not an adult, right? So, though I answered all that in your emails, so. Beyond that, I think I'm going to go, guys. If you have any questions, you can always refer questions to the business page, or you can DM me at Engelgeist333 on Instagram, and I can answer stuff there. And I will see you guys tomorrow, or in the morning. I'll be on for the forecast in the morning, and then I have class in the later part of the day, but the forecast will be up, and I'll see you guys maybe Friday night. Alright, so have a good night. Sorry to, sign on and then sign back off, but it is what it is. So, alright, I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.